So, if you're new to XKO or fighting games in general, we're going to take a look at all the 9 characters in the game and just get you started on them, do some easy things, get a nice little combo going, some good pressure, and get a better understanding of just how to play them in general. Darius is kind of the easiest guy of the game. When you're neutral before anyone to hit each other, you're going to want to do down forwards heavy and medium. You go into the air, you're going to want to use heavy. If you happen to go over their head, you're going to want to use down heavy. When it comes to them blocking, if you don't hit them close, a little bit of distance like this, and you want to get that bleed passive going, you're going to do medium, heavy, S2, S2. You see that bleed icon above. What that's going to do is make it so that when you hit them with their normals, they take chip damage, which can kill them and can only be recovered if they swap out. If you want to mix up, you're going to do medium, heavy into S1, and then from S1, you have light, which is an overhead, medium, which is a slash that gives them that bleed passive even if they block, but is minus on block, same with light, or heavy, which is a grab. That's where the mix-up part comes in. To extend this, you're just going to do this, press assist, and do it again. For instance here, you could do medium to get that bleed passive, while blitzing, hit them with the string again, and then go for heavy or light. Now, for the combos, if you want to make sure these are working, go to bots in the start tab. Go to block settings after first hit. That way you'll know for combos, if something takes too long, you'll see that they block. Your first combo, this is for whenever you're not straight up touching them. You're just going to do medium, heavy, S2, S2, S2 super. You'll get that bleed going on them and just does a bunch of damage. So if you're a little bit closer, you want to go for medium, down heavy, jump forwards, medium, heavy, S2 into S1 super, and this is what that's going to look like. For Darius's assist, in neutral you're typically going to want to use back assist just because it has a good reach, and if you're good enough to react to it, you can combo off of it. But at the beginning, when you're first getting used to them, it's pretty nice to do the neutral assist, because this neutral assist gives you a lot more time to react and get a combo. And you're going to want to use this assist just how you'd use every other assist when it comes to block strings. Bang, bang, call assist, bang, bang. His back assist is a little bit better for this though, depending on who you are, because it'll actually pull them in, meaning it'll be easier to get some of those heavier hitting combos without having to run up and catch up to them first. This should keep you going for as long as you're not good enough lobbies that your S1 is getting parried. With blitzcrank in the neutral space, you're going to want to be pressing medium, a rocket grab, and down rocket grab. He doesn't have the best neutral in the world. He's pretty slow. If you go with him from the air, I guess you can go for a heavy or a 2H. But it's a lot better to be a little more reliant on having your assist do some action, or your other character do some action and then tagging you in. And what you're going to want to do is overall you're fishing to get that rocket grab on their block and pull them in, because it has pretty decent range. And what you're going to do once you pull them in is throw a mix up. You go in, you can either jab or you can grab. So you just pull them in, you put grab, they get hit if they just sit there and try to block, or get comboed if they don't. What you saw at the end there was that we built steam. You can do this manually by holding back in S1, but this really isn't the best way to do it. You're just going to want to get it from doing that super. So let's build it up. This will do 2 things for us. One, it'll actually make our grabs combo. So if we put this guy onto after first hit, we'll see that we can fully combo this. Just like that. Second thing this is going to do is give us some armor on our command grab. Just like that. Which is down S2, by the way. Realize I forgot to mention that a second ago. Now, for anti-airing, you have 2 options. You have down heavy, which is true anti-air, meaning that your top half can't be hit by aerial moves while you use it, or you can do rocket grab. You have to be a little more careful with this, just because the whole arm, when it extends up there, can be hit and you have no invincibility. What you can do though is if you hit them and they're not blocking, you can combo off this. Brings us to our combos. The main combo we're going to want to know is medium, down heavy, jump forwards, medium heavy, special 1 into special 1 super. That way we can get our steam back. If you want a more consistent way for playing double down to go from one super to another, just do S2 super into your homie super. That usually works pretty well. But for the sake of blitzcrank and getting our steam up, we really want to do this one. Now I'll show you what that looks like. Now, when blitzcrank's off the screen, we've got 2 assists. We have the rocket grab, and we have rocket grab. This time up into the air. It just does what it normally does. Pulls them in. If it actually hits, you can get a combo. If they're blocking, it'll just pull them in and you'll be super positive and you kind of just sit there and do whatever you want. With Illaoi in the neutral space, you're going to want to be going for things like medium, jumping heavy, if you cross over, jumping too heavy, which will be a common theme for pretty much everybody in the game. You can also do a little down medium, if you see them not blocking low like ever. And also what you're going to want to do is down S2 to get a tentacle out. If you don't charge it, it has a fixed distance it goes, and if it hits nobody, see that puddle doesn't hit anything, the tentacle won't come out. Close enough, will hit, tentacle will come out. If you want to hit them no matter how far away you are, you just gotta charge it. But this can be kind of unsafe, so something you can do is call an assist before you do it. That way you have some little bit of coverage there. And this tentacle is important because what it's going to do is while you're next to it, it can help you fight. So if I hit him with one of my special moves, see right there, the tentacle pulls him in. Show you one more time. I can fully extend that combo. You see right there, we spawned another tentacle. That's important. So we'll go over her first combo. We're going to be doing medium, down heavy, and then you're going to jump forwards into medium heavy, cancel that first heavy very fast into S2, which will spawn that tentacle. That's what that looks like. Another way to get these tentacles, although it's not as good of a combo, is something like medium heavy S2. And again though, you see right there how the tentacle didn't help out. If he's too far away, the tentacle's not going to help. You can kind of see that by the little green ring around it. It needs to be more in that ring for it to help. See there, we threw him in, the tentacle helped. With the tentacle out, there are some things we can do with it. We put it there, and if we do back S1, we'll smack him. Let's make another one real quick. If we do down back S1, we'll go for a grab. So right there, that one, they need to be on top of it for though. So let's set that up again. A lot easier when they're in the corner. Back S1, give them the grab, and you can actually combo off this. Now that we have tentacles out, to extend this combo even further, in the air, we can do S1, and that'll actually have the tentacle help us out. Just like that. And then we can go into the same route from before. So we've got a tentacle out already. We're going to do medium down heavy, jump forwards, medium heavy, S1, wait a second, medium down heavy, jump forwards, medium heavy, S2, into super, or ultimate. And the damaging super will work here as well. Just like that. Now when it comes to Illaoi's assist, she has her neutral assist, which is that, and spawns a tentacle. So if you get a hit with that, you can swap to her and start trying to use that tentacle in combat. And then her back assist is just her slam. See, like that? Will still combo with the tentacle even when she's not on the screen. Now we've got Braum, probably the hardest of the easy characters. In neutral, he does not have that much in terms of hitting people. He has medium, it's okay. You could go for a charge S2 if you're feeling a little cheeky. It's invulnerable to projectiles, so it can be pretty nice. But what you really want to do with Braum is hold back an S2. You see that shield will pop up. We want to do that and call an assist. And when that assist hits, you're going to tag to take advantage of that. And now it's Illaoi's turn. Other assists can be a little bit better because you can actually combo off them, but with Illaoi, you just get some space. When it comes to the air, he also doesn't really have much there either. He has jump H like everybody, but it's not that great. Jump 2H is okay, but it's really nothing to write home about. He's really there to help other people. Also, if you do forward S1, you can toss a portal and you can charge it. Actually is not too bad, and it leaves you pretty positive on block. Braum also has a special mechanic, and that is this ice shield. So if we do S2 into S2 like we did there, our shield will be full of ice, making all of our specials be a little bit different. Or not all of them, but a lot of them be a little bit different. There, charge S2 changes into that a bit faster, and he's armored for a second. If you press S1, you'll freeze them and can combo off that. This will also give his down S2 some special properties, allowing him to cancel out of. Top of that, it will empower his supers, making them a little bit stronger. This super, S2 super, will also give you the ice if you don't already have it. So we're going to do a pretty simple combo here that's going to give us our ice. We're going to start by landing medium, the heavy, S2, S2. And then you have your shield. Additionally, what you can do, if you want to spend that shield into the super, you can to make it do even more damage. And here you can do that, or you can ultimate. Braum's back assist is his shield. If we see here, we set Darius to start attacking. You can pull him out and he'll block it, and then you can run up and hit them. His other assist is just a pretty simple dash. It's not amazing, but it helps you keep your block strings going and can give a little bit of support in combos. With Vi and neutral, you're going to want to use Sway, which is S1 back and S1 forwards. This can also go through projectiles. Just like that. Out of this, we're going to want to be mostly pressing light. She has 3 follow-ups out of this, which can all chain into each other. We have medium, which is an uppercut that knocks up. We have heavy, which is an overhead, knocks down. On block, you can do all 3 of them in a row, same with on hit. When you land light, to start off, you're just going to want to do this 3 hit into S2 super. And when you do that, mash S2 to get more hits out of it. In neutral, another good option is jump forwards heavy. You can charge it, because even if you go past, it'll cross up. With this, you can combo off of. Just like that. Which can go into what we were doing before. Now, we also want to be using this medium button in neutral, and if we hit this, we have some other routes we can do. Start off, we can do medium, heavy, S2, mash S2 for the multiple hits. Then when they come in, we can do medium down heavy, jump forwards, medium heavy, S1, into S2 super. It sounds a bit confusing, and if you want to cut it short, after you get this part, the bling is fully hit, you can do S2 super before it gets there, cancel it early, and get a nice combo. But I'll show you the full thing now. Now, if they're blocking, things are a little different. You still want to use this, your Rekka, go into the sway like that, or go into the sway to the uppercut, or go into the sway, or go into the sway overhead. These, though, are minus on block, so you can get punished after. And if you want to cover your tracks, you need to call your assist. So a good thing to do, this, hit, go for the overhead, call your assist, and then go for the overhead earlier this time, or go for a low. Once you start getting a little bit better with the sway though, you can sway into grab if you think they're blocking a little too much, or you can sway straight through them if you've got them to the point where they're not really pressing any buttons, by just pressing sway twice. And when you're over here, you just hit them for a left-right mix-up. If you want to cover your tracks doing that, you're just going to call assist and then do it. Now finally, this won't be as important when you first start, but it's good to know that all of her Rekkas can be charged. So if you put this guy on hittable, we can do light into charged. I guess not, we can do light into, Jesus Christ, light into charged, which we can keep comboing. Just like that. Additionally, once you start getting a lot better, these can actually combo into each other. So you can do charged to charge into charge. And let's do it with a little bit better timing. It'll bounce them up and you can go into that combo from before. It's also important on block because you can do this, and this move is not very minus, and canceled into itself leaves a very small gap, so they need to know that they need to press a jab or a very fast normal to get through it. A lot of times people will crack and press the wrong thing and get hit. When it comes to her assists, they are really good. First of all, back assist is that big blast, and it will actually knock people out of the air. So set this guy to jump, get hit. We'll see that he's on there. We'll blast him right out of the air. It's also really good for picking people back up off the ground after you finish a combo. Rubber assist is a charge. It's not really reactable to tag and then combo, but it'll help you keep your pressure up. This guy's blocking. All that, and then we can keep going. Do it a little bit faster to make it real. Just like that. It also gives you time to do some charge stuff. For instance, as Ekko, you could do something like medium heavy, call it, and then do charge S2 to go through them and get a mix up. Just like that. Ekko, we've got a lot going on, but let's just start with his neutral. He likes throwing medium, and he likes throwing time winder. Okay, that is not time winder. There we go, which we'll go over a little more later. And in the air, he likes doing heavy, like everyone else. But, saw that, it's very horizontal. He likes doing charged heavy, goes much lower. And 2H. He's a big fan of this move, but you see there, how it missed? It's really short range, so you have to be very close to hit this. You can also go for 2 medium. That's pretty good, down medium. Other than that, you're really playing around time winder a lot of the time. So if we take this guy off of block and let time winder go for quite a little bit, so you'll put him in that blue state. When that happens, you can run up and combo. So we'll do our first combo. It'll be a very simple one of just medium heavy into S2 super. That's the ultimate super, but you can also do time winder super, which is just S1 super as well. But you're going to want a little bit more damage when you hit this, so let's do a little bit of a better combo. We're going to do medium, down heavy, jump forwards, medium, heavy, S1 into heavy, super. Now back to time winder. You can also press S1 down instead of just pressing S1 to throw it. This will make it go up, and it's pretty good if people are being very fast and running at you, because if you just throw it like this, anyone who's in the air is not going to get hit. So a lot of people like to run up, assist when they go into the air, like that. So if you throw it up like this, it'll hit them. Another thing that's nice about throwing it this way is that Ekko can actually interact with this time miner by pressing heavy. You missed it. You go like that. And depending on which heavy you do, it'll change the trajectory. Now, onto Ekko's teleporting. This is what he's all about. Start off, his teleport moves are his S2 button. He has S2, which just goes forward, and if you press S2 again, has a follow-up hit, which is terrible on block, but it does combo into itself. Like that. And in the corner, can be extended. It also has down S2, which is just a roll and has the same follow-up. With both of these, you can instead press down and S2 to get a kick up, which is a launcher. So, do that here. We'll knock him up into the air. This is jump cancelable. Oh, let's make this guy block. Like that. But you've probably seen Ekko's teleport, and they don't do either of that. They're just there, and they immediately press a button. When you charge S1, you have a clone that's all purple now. What that means is that if you press S1 again, instead of the slash, you just go back and can do whatever you want. People will usually do something like a low jab, go really fast. The thing nice about this too is that it'll cancel anything you're doing. Go like this. We could start the animation of a move and teleport back and jab. So what you'll see a lot of people do, go like this, and you'll do down, forward, medium, and then you'll teleport back. This allows you to combo off of it and just provides a mix-up. They block that, then they have to come back here. Additionally, what you can do is teleport midway through and immediately go for the low. That way, they still expect that they need to be holding high and the other direction. So on block, you really don't have much to work with without your assist. You get a little dicey and do medium heavy into S1. Because after this, you're minus, but if they try to punish you, you can press it again and instead punish them. So it's kind of a little guessing game, but it's way more risky for you. Because you also do not get combos off of it, unless you know some more advanced combos where you use Time Winder Super. A really good option is you do medium heavy, call assist, and then you do charged S2 while it's hitting them. Like that. See there, I stayed on the left side. So depending on your assist, if it knocks them too far away, you're going to be on the left side, but if you start really close, you'll still end up on the other side. And then you can do your mix. Just like that. Something else that's really important about S2 is that, say you do that and you want to do it again, you'll just end up going back, and a lot of times people will try to do this combo right here and accidentally teleport back and not get it finished. What you need to do is press forwards and S2. And say you want to do the roll, you need to do down forwards S2. You'll get it again. Same with the charge versions. So do that combo again, and this time do forward S1. It's our combo before, but instead of at the bottom doing heavy into a super, we just do medium, down heavy, jump forwards, medium heavy, forwards S1. It's like that. And then when they're on the ground there, you do your charge roll. His back assist is his time winder, and this is one you're going to be using a lot. So if you set this guy after reset, you'll see that it can still give us that little dizzy effect. Oh, a little farther back. It's like that, and then you can run up and combo with whatever character you're playing. Yasuo is another very confusing character. We'll start by talking about his stance, which is down plus S1. This is kind of what the whole character is built around. This changes all of his moves. When he's not in stance, this is what medium looks like, this is what heavy looks like, and this is what down heavy looks like. Stance, medium looks like this, heavy looks like this, and down heavy looks like this. These two heavies, stance heavies, are really good at neutral because they just go so far. And you're going to learn to press them fast. So you immediately press stance into H. You don't want to press stance, then press H. The other things you're going to want to use in neutral are medium. You're going to be moving around a lot with the Yasuo. You're very fast. When it comes to the air, you're going to want to be using H. But as you can see, it's not the best move in the game for air approach because it doesn't have a very easy time hitting below him. And 2H is terrible for this because it just sends you flying upwards. The other thing you're going to want to be doing is using Wind Wall. This completely stops projectiles. Just like that. And it will change the properties of your S1, which is this stab, and the properties of your S2, which is that projectile. So, with S1, it'll make a huge slash that hits pretty much the entire screen. And with your S2, it'll turn to a tornado that takes up a good amount of space in the mid-screen. Now, back to stance. Got back, forwards, press S2 for a little hop, which you can pretty much immediately do into some sort of aerial to get a pretty fast overhead. If you do down S1 again, you'll exit stance. If you press S1 just by itself again, you'll get this nice dash that tends to go through people. So this can be a pretty decent mix-up tool. So let's turn this guy onto blocking everything. So it looks like this. To cover it, you're going to want to use assist. Like that. What you're going to want to do on block is medium, heavy, S1. It's not the best on block, but what you can do afterwards is cancel it into stance and then go backwards. Or stance, go for a hit. Another important thing is if they're blocking everything and blocking a lot, you can go into stance dash forward grab. If you don't know how to grab, you just press medium and heavy at the same time. Now let's do our first combo. We're going to have our start with medium, which we'll then do into 2H, jump forwards, H, 2H, special 1, special 1, special 2, into S2 super, which can be followed up by ultimate if you have it. If you have double down though, it'll call your support's ultimate, which might not always be what you want. Now, if you're having trouble with that combo, we've got a little bit of a simpler one. We're just going to do medium, heavy, S1 to S1 super. That'll look like this. Another move that is important to keep in mind is holding forwards S1. This is a cross up. It's not the fastest in the world, but when you first start playing, it'll trip a lot of people up because it actually hits on the other side. So if we set this guy to block only after first hit, we can do medium heavy. Oops. Set this guy to block first hit only. You do heavy. You do heavy into this. And you'll see that it'll hit him. But you can't combo off of it unless you know some really fast stance canceling. So what we can do is do medium call assist heavy and help us combo. Now we have Yasuo's assist. First off, his back assist is his wind wall, which is really useful for people like Jinx who want to stay as far away as possible without having to completely deal with whoever they're facing's projectiles. His other one is his dash through. It though does not cross up. What you can do though is do a little bit of a block string, call it, and then tag to him, and he can combo if it hits or just be on the other side. We've got Jinx. Jinx is his owner. She's got a bunch of projectiles that she loves to throw out and some traps too. The main idea is you just keep the screen as busy as possible and let them get hit and take opportunity off of that. Something also important about her, for this guy to get hit, is that you see in the bottom left we have the zap meter filled up. When this is filled up, we can press back and S2, do that, and then run up and combo him. So to talk about the neutral, you basically just do those things. You have S2, which is your rocket. You have S1, which is your gun. And if you do S1 back, you'll aim it upwards. And if that meter is filled below, the zap is back S2. Additionally, your traps are forward S1. You get the chopper. And down S1 to get the monkey. And both of these react to being hit. So, this right here, hit it. It moves. You see, if you hit it with medium or down medium, it becomes electrified and then gives them that shock state we saw earlier. Same thing happens if you hit it with the zap. What I want to do, if you have enough time, they're not running up on you, is get your traps out and start hitting them. Get them closer to the enemy. You can do a lot of crazy things with these, but I would just start by using rocket to propel them faster. And the one that goes onto the ground, you can hit with down medium, get it going pretty far. Really want to get fancy with it, you could do something like medium down H, hit the medium H. And they will just go flying across the screen with you. In the air, she does the same things. She has S2 and S1. Just keep that space full of bullets. You do something like get your monkey out, hit it with medium, jump S2, and cover a bunch of screen space at once, and they'll probably get hit. On top of this, she also has her launcher, which is S2 plus down, or S2 plus down forwards, will launch you forwards, or S2 and down back, which will launch you back. As you get a little more advanced, you'll start using this as a combo tool, but for now, we're just going to use it to move around. Do it backwards into a normal S2 like that, get something in the air. If you delay it, you can get it lower, or into the gun. Get really high off that. You can also just do it in the air to shoot the rocket down. You're also going to want to start using this on block a little bit right now while people aren't as ready for it. Once you start getting punished though, you're going to have to switch it up just a little bit, but for now, doing something like medium into rocket into medium in the air will be really hard for people to deal with. You can also, on block, use this to get away. Do the back version, and go back and start zoning again. And the main idea is to use all these zoning tools we've talked about and then throw in a zap somewhere in there. And then when that hits, run in and get a combo. So let's talk combos. First combo we're going to do, we're going to start with the zap, but it's not necessary. We're going to do medium, down heavy, jump forwards, medium heavy, S1 into S2 super. That looks something like this. If you're having a little trouble with that though, you could do something like medium, down medium heavy into that S1 super. Now when it comes to her assist, the main assist you really want to be using is back assist. It shoots the rocket and it's just really good for covering space for you. Her neutral assist throws the choppers out and you can actually interact with them however you like. So now we've got Ahri. What's important to remember is that even though you usually see her in the air, she's still very fast on the ground and has a really fast far range medium as well as down medium. You want to be using that along the ground. When it comes to the air, we're going to really start incorporating our directional S2, just kind of like her air dash. You can do this twice in a row as long as it's not the same direction, and it goes every direction but upwards. So you can go to the right and then down to the left, go to the left, down to the right, go to the right, to the left, a bunch of stuff, to the left, to the right. And then also, on the ground and in the air, she has S1, which is a projectile. When you press down, it charges and then shoots. Air, the down goes diagonally downwards. So you can try to fish for this. You can jump into the air, go for that, and then if it hits, you can try to go in, but if it misses or it just isn't where you want it to be, you can just dash backwards. And if you want to, say they start approaching a little too fast afterwards, you can dash back again at them and then press jumping H. Like that, which is super impressive. It's really good. Basically what you just want to do, jump up, throw a projectile, dash backwards, dash forwards, jumping H, Then do dash forwards, jumping H, and just completely mix up what you're doing all the time. Do projectile into do a down projectile into down into run forward medium. Just constantly want to switch it up. And in the air, that jumping H is really important. It's super good, and you can cancel it into a neutral S2, which goes into that. Check them with a little double overhead. Get a little closer, you can do something like medium, down heavy, jump forwards, medium heavy, S2 forwards, S2 down, into S1 super, like this. Now, on block, we're going to start incorporating that S1, because it has another follow-up when you press S1 again of jumping up and doing a projectile, meaning that you're in the air, meaning that you can do your spirit dashes again with S2. So you can start doing things like medium heavy, S1, S1, S2 forwards into medium, or the same thing into heavy. Or sometimes you'll see there, you're a little too low and you actually hit them, which is why when you're doing this, it's good to call assist around that second hit to give you some coverage. Like that. And what might start happening is that people might start over blocking because you're just filling the screen with so much shit and you're just moving around so much and they just don't know what to do. And then that's just when you start doing things like run up grab. Now her assist. Her back assist is this little projectile barrage which can help you keep your pressure. And her neutral assist is just a dash, which also is pretty useful for helping keep pressure. The back assist though will hold it for a bit longer, give you some more time to figure out exactly what you want to do.